how to use Go for mobile platform. Okay, so let me start with a question. How many hours a day do you use your smartphone? In my case, a lot. So as a Go user and software engineer, it's natural to ask myself, okay, can I use Go for my mobile app? Actually, it turned out I was not the only one. It turned out mobile support was one of the frequently requested features, and some brave users from Go community, they even tried and built their own Go binaries for Android with Go external linking through NDK toolchain that will sound like message to me. And Go 1.4, actually that is the first version that mentions Android in its official release note. But even before Go 1.4, some users they release Android apps that use Go. For example, Brad Fitzpatrick's Comedy Store has an Android app. It actually has a Go binary in this package and use it as a sub-process. So Java UI communicates with the Go process that does interesting things. And there were even more brave persons, like Elias Moyer. He modified the Go toolchain at one time to use Go as a shared library. And on top of it, Go Android and Android versus Mandala, that kind of framework became available for Android app development. But you have to use the runtime. So knowing all this desire and demand, around this time last year, David Crucial from Google tried and he tested and proposed the mobile product and started mobile product on the GoNet.org as mobile repository. The goal of this project is to bring Go to mobile platforms. Why do we care? Go has been known great for server programming. If we can program mobile apps using Go, we can use basically Go to program a complex system from server to the end user client mobile app. That is great. And also we can write a single cross-platform Go library to the interesting job, and we can use almost everywhere. And also we can bring a simple language that we love, Go, and development tooling to mobile platform. That is fantastic. So, in this project, we actually envision two ways of using Go. The first one is native Go app, where you can write the entire app using Go. You can write game, or you can write, some like an interesting graphics app. But it requires the availability of Go packages to handle graphics or event handling or audio or variety of things. And maybe some users think, oh no, I want some apps that is like real iOS app or Android app. How can I do that? I still want to use Go. So this SDK app, the second one, that is actually the solution for that. You write Android UI in Java or iOS UI in Objective-C or Swift. And then you can write the common interesting feature in Go and use it as a library. I will describe each one in more detail later. First, let's start with the native Go app. So you write everything in Go. The first challenge in this domain is basically to provide cross-platform APIs. We are not talking only about Android. We want to support iOS and future mobile platforms. And so these APIs must work for Android, iOS, and desktop environment. Right? What? Desktop? That's a mobile talk. The reason that we care about desktop is first, it will make our app development process much more pleasant. So say, imagine that you build, run, test your app from your desktop, and then deploy it in the mobile device. Magically it works. That is really good. And also, you will put a lot of effort to develop this Android app and iOS app or via app. And why do I waste all this effort? You can build the desktop version for that app. So that is the reason that we care about desktop environment. And also, we have to provide a rich set of APIs to be useful for the real serious app development. And also, we want this API to be written following idiomatic Go style. And we want to promote the idiomatic Go style for the mobile app development. We don't want the user to write Java in Go or Objective-C in Go. We want the user to use the real Go program in Go. Okay, demo time. Let me show you here the program that I wrote for this Go program. Okay, this is less than 200 lines of code, including the comments and space. Very small, tiny, simple program. You can run like any other Go program. Run. Ta-da! So the graphics library and package that handles all this windowing and the painting, the color, and also using the standard image library as part of this software. And did you hear hello? Yeah, there is a audio package that can play sound whenever I click, and the software moves following my mouse. Okay, so this is less than 200 lines of code that uses the packages from the mobile repository and standard image library. And I don't use any Java, Objective-C, or C in my code. You can do this. And so currently what is available in the mobile repository, we have this app control, asset management, AutoGL, event, screen geometry, and under experimental directory, we are experimenting with audio, including OpenAL binding and system point to the rendering tester. Now this is growing. The second challenge is, okay, I should the desktop app. It's a mobile phone. Where is the mobile app? How can you build? Well, have you ever built the Android NDK app? How many? Yeah, I tried a long time ago and it was not that pleasant. And if you go into Europe, it has become more complex. So you would have to deal with the tool chain installation, cross-compilation for all the mobile platforms, the combination, and you have to deal with the Android, iOS specific build details, millions of them. And that is not very fun. So give up? No, not yet. We have Go Mobile tool. You can go get this tool. And basically the purpose of this tool is to simplify the toolchain installation and app build and deployment. After downloading and building this app, the Go Mobile command, just run Go Mobile init once to install the Android iOS compiler toolchain. And then to build Android APK and some iOS app, run Go Mobile build. You can specify the target platform, Android or iOS. So let's make this Hello Gopher app a mobile app. So I now use Go Mobile install command that is basically a shortcut to build and deploy to my Android phone. I prepare. So I will for presentation. I will mirror my mobile phone screen here. Okay, let's run this comment. So, build the resource. yours. Okay, I think Henry. Oh, it's done. Next. So, this is under Hello package name. So there is a Hello app here. Yeah. So can you see it? Yeah. The sound doesn't. Yeah, but anyway, it keeps saying hello. Okay. Move on. But still, some people want more. Like, okay, I already have a beautiful Android app or iOS app, but I still want to use Go to add a new feature. Or I want to have a more native mobile app like what should I do? So here is the SDK app story. Did you hear the news that with Go 1.5 we can build a Go program as a library that can be used by normal programs? That means we can use Go from Java or Objective-C. So to use the Go library from Java, we can build a shared library with build mode for the share. And iOS doesn't support this dynamic. It's not possible to dynamically link for iOS yet. So in this case, we create archive path for static linking. And all the Go functions marked with export SQL annotation that can be followable from different languages. Actually, all this work was done based on a beautiful document, roadmap documentation written by Ian Taylor. And so for the details, check out this execution mode documentation. So now we have a little like something we can follow Go function. And Java has a JNI so that you can call the function. And Objective-C, there is a superset C, so you can call this C function. So we have all these level blocks to build everything, right? But still, manually mapping data structures and functions between these languages, that is tedious and error-prone. So our answer to this problem is a tool, Go Binder tool. You can go get this tool, but later I will tell you better solutions, by the way. Basically, the purpose of this tool is automate language bindings through code generation. What it means is you write a simple Go package, and this tool will generate the language bindings from exported Go APIs of this package. There is no explicit annotation. There is no special syntax. Just write the Go program, and then this tool will take care of it. There is one caveat. Currently, we don't support all possible Go types. We support only subset of Go types. So you have to design when you design the Go API for this use, so you have to think and then see the list of supported types. But we try to expand the list of supported types, so yeah, stay tuned. And so let's see what is currently supported. Currently we support the basic types, error binding, and the functions that use the basic types and errors in their API. I have a Go API, Go package, my package that defines hello function that returns a string and error type. And if we use Go Binder tool to generate Java language binding, it will create my package class that has static method hello that returns Java string type, and the second return type error will be translated as Java exception. Unfortunately, Java doesn't understand multiple return value type, multiple return values. So there is a limit on the number of return values that you can return from your Go API. 0, 1, or if we want to return 2, then the second one must be the error type. And we can also create Objective-C API binding. And Objective-C doesn't have the concept of a namespace or module, so we had to come up with some prefix based on the package name. So here goes my package prefix. And also we try to follow the target language's convention as much as possible. So to support, error is translated into the NSA error type, but we cannot, we don't want to, they don't recommend returning this NSA error type directly. So instead, they recommend to use Boolean type to indicate whether the function failed or succeeded. And then if the caller wants to know the error detail,
what the person?
Then they can pass NSA error object, and then this function will fill in the detail based on the return the error value. It's complicated, but how Objective-C works. And even you can bind struct types. Here is my counter struct that has exported the field value and struct method int. And there is a helper function new counter that returns counter object. With the Go bind tool, you can generate a Java binding, and this counter structure is mapped to the nested class counter, and the method is also mapped. And also, in addition to this, the structure method, for each exported field, we generate getter and setter. And then you can use this class like you can use this object like any other Java object. So you can pass the object between languages. So Java has GC, Go has GC. How can they link together? That is a difficult problem. But underneath the generated code, there is some mechanism to track the object crossing the language boundary. So that actually makes sure that while one language keeps the right pointer to the object in another language, so make sure that the original object can survive. This is not very complicated, but if you want to build right from scratch, that it is a pain, but Go bind tool will take care of everything for you. Similarly, you can generate an Objective-C binding, and you can use the object, the Go object like any other Objective-C object. So now we have Java code and Objective-C code. What should I do? So many files. Well, okay, you ran Go bind. You now have to cross-compile some of the files and copy several files around for for each platform. And also there is SF file, so you have to remember it's very complicated. But do you remember Go mobile build tool? Same. Here we have the same answer. We have Go mobile bind command to simplify all the build process for this SDK app. For example, for Android, this Go mobile bind command generates language bindings, basically calls this Go bind command and compiles Go code to a shared library, and also compiles the generated Java code with the Java compiler, and then bundles everything into a Android archive format file. We call it .aer file. So here is my package. I have one Go file with some asset files under asset directory. Here's a simple file. And Go mobile binder tool also compiles the generated Java tool to where the Android SDK is located. So you have to specify this is environment variable, Android home, and then run the mobile bind. There is my package.aer file. And basically this is just a simple archive that packs all the artifacts. So we can inspect that. There is Android specific configuration and compile the jar file, and the SF file is included, and libgo.ini.so that is output of Go build C shared mode. And so, yeah, .aer file. What can you do with this? Most of the modern Android ID systems can handle this .aer format library. Even they have UI to collect and import. And in order to build this, update this library, now at this moment you have to build this, you have to write a build script or configure some Gradle plugin. But we envision that in the future it will become, the Android Studio can work for this, and now we are currently working on it. So, have I ever used this tool for mobile app development? Actually, I usually work this tool mobile bind tool. Actually, recently I built a new app called IB. IB is a command line tool developed by Rockpipe, and it's basically used for desktop calculator that handles big integer, rational, and floating point number vectors and matrices. And this is a screenshot of IB command line tool, and I truncated because the last one, 2 6,400, that is basically 2 to the 6,400, big number. So I didn't want to print. It is in fact not a trivial calculator. It is an interpreter for an API-like language. And for the details, check out the Wikipedia. There is a comprehensive documentation. And also Rob has a video on his demo. So after seeing his demo, I'm so excited. Can I have it with my mobile app? No, it's a 5,000 line of code, excluding tests and documentation, and it also has dependency on map, map this, map random input, and variety of standard packages. I don't want to rewrite everything in Java or Objective-C from scratch. So, what will be my answer? Go mobile, fine. So I tried to modify the Rust code so that I can call this, I can use it as a library, and then run the mobile line, and also build some simple UI with Java. And then after 2 hours, I got a working prototype. Later, I was excited. I went to Rob's office and asked, wow, yeah, it's good. Now your code is running on Android phone. And then later, Rob asked, why did it take 2 hours? He was moving code. Okay, fair. Yeah, because Java is not my everyday language, and also I traveled with my toddler, 2.5-year toddler, who was asking for attention continuously while I was working on this. 2 hours, that is not bad. In the meantime, David Social from our team, he independently started the iOS version of this app. Same process. And then after a couple of days, we had both Android and IB, the iOS version. I just a video recorded the demo. I don't have much time. The rightmost one is my iPhone screenshot, and the middle one is Android, and I have a command line tool. Yeah, vector calculation. Yeah, same answer. Wow, big number. Yeah, anyway, so if you want, you can come and see the demo running on my to write the interesting feature once as a library book, and then you enjoy great language features and packages available in book, and now you have time to focus on user experience and improvement of UI, and also improvement of the core library. You don't have to deal with all this like language binding or SQL and such. So Go Mobile Bind totally take care of that. So it's almost the end of my talk, and before ending, I want to recap where we are and where we want to go. In Go 1.4, we announced the Android support, and we have Android Builder that continuously tests all the tests from standard library, and Go Binder tool was released and became available for Java language binding, and we also had some cross-device app development, the packages for cross-device applications. And now Go 1.5, Linux Mark, open source contributor, he did an amazing job. He finally merged his iOS support to the main repository. So we will have experimental support for iOS for both ARM and ARM64. And David Crucial also set up iOS Builder, so as a test from standard library, they will be continuously being tested. And as I mentioned before, the shared library support, now we can forward functions from foreign language in a plain way. And Ian Nice-Taylor, and Michael Hassendorf, Sergeant Petrov, and David Crucial, and many open source contributors to work for that. Yeah, thank you very much. And Go Mobile repository is getting better. We have this build story, Go Mobile tool, to simplify all the build process. And we also extended the Go Binder tool to support Objective-C binding. And we are also experimenting various packages to enhance the list of supported packages. So after Go 1.5, what do we want to do? Sure, this is basically my to-do list. It's not listed in particular order, and it's not the exhaustive list. We want to improve our graphics library packages, and also want to work on the UI packages. David Nigel from Sydney, Google Sydney office, and David Crucial, they are working on this, and also open source contributors. Yeah, your opinion, very welcome. Contribution, very welcome. And we want to provide more APIs for pure Go app development, testing, profiling, debugging. Now we have basic features working, so we need to test profile debugging. And also we plan to support more platforms and richer type support for Go Bind and ID integration. Basically, there are many small, tiny things, but we need to make these little things work together for solid mobile platform support. While preparing for this presentation for fun, I created this word cloud based on the change list, workers and reviewers. David Crucial, our TL, and Virgil Logan, JDD, and Nigel Tao, me, we mostly work on mobile stuff. But in addition to these 4 people, there were hundreds of contributors. Without their help, we couldn't make it work. We will not be able to make it work better. So thank you very much, and this is the end of my talk.
Hi. Is everything in Go standard libraries available to use along with Go Global, or is it a limited subset, sort of like a playground?
In principle, most of them, but there is some operating specific restrictions, like for example, with the EXCC, the forking command in iOS, what is that? So that kind of thing is not available, but I think most of the usable things, they are available.
So if I use something like a NetHTTP,
NetHTTP, yes.
Would that be reflected in like requests for like app permissions?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a normal Android app.
So then if you are interested in the HTTP package.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so actually I have an app to run the web server, and actually my first version of this app, my first app is having the Bulldog running on my desktop and my Android phone, and HTTP it uses it and it works nicely. So you have to specify the Android. In case of Android, there is some weird configuration that you have to take care of. For example, the permission thing.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole mobile build tool that can understand the customized Android manifest file where you put this configuration, the permission configuration. So if you supply the configuration, then whole mobile build right thing. So you can access network.
All right. Great work. The mobile looks really, really cool. Hashtag just saying. We are carrying the mobile phone with some test apps and some apps. So if you are interested, come and play with this app. Thank you.